Hi, my name is Akiva Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. Today we're going to continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so of course please subscribe to our channel. Today we're talking about something very interesting, which is the out-of-state custody dispute and how one handles that. Here's the scenario. You've got a union that results in a child where the parties ultimately break up. Perhaps dad and the child live here in Michigan. Mom has relocated to Florida. Now we're having a dispute. Mom is claiming that she's not getting her rights carried out under the visitation and custody agreement. Could be that. Could be the child goes to mom, doesn't come back. Dad has now a dispute because he wants a child back because the child's supposed to be in Michigan. How do we handle the out-of-state custody dispute? Well, I will tell you, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that the fact of one parent being out of state doesn't necessarily impact the court's ability to make rulings. I mean, we're the United States. Every state, in the country gives full faith and credit to orders of the other states. I'm not saying to you that those orders won't have to be domesticated for enforcement in each state. Every state has a process for that. But an order from Michigan will be recognized in Florida. And an order from Ohio will be recognized in Arizona, and so on and so forth. So that's the good news. The good news is the fact that it's out of state doesn't at all impede the parties in asserting their rights and enforcing those rights. Does it create a little bit of a wrinkle? Is it as user-friendly as if the parties were both living in, for example, Oakland County, Michigan? No, it's not as user-friendly. It's a question of filing a claim where the original case is filed. Let's say the original case was filed in Oakland County. So now the parties, if there's a dispute, have to file that claim in Oakland County. And then it's a question of serving the other person. Let's say they now live in Iowa. So you filed your case in Wayne, Oakland, Macomb County, but you still have to serve them where they are. So if there's an order, let's say, demanding return of that child, boom, they got to be served, and you have to have your attorney arrange service in Iowa. Now, the attorney will do that by contacting the civil sheriff's division there, or a bailiff there, or a court officer, and arranging for that to happen. And they do it their own way. They have their own procedures. They have their own forms that have to be filled out. Don't expect your attorney to, off the top of his or her head, know how that procedure works in each of the 50 states, okay? Every state is different. They know what goes on in Michigan. There's going to be time involved in getting it finalized appropriately in a different state, and that just goes along with having a situation where you live in one place and your ex lives in another place. It goes along with the territory. Ultimately, though, the service will take place, and then that person will have to do something. And the something that they will do is either respond, hire a lawyer to respond, default, whatever they're going to do. Ultimately, the court is going to issue an order, and that order is going to say, I want that child returned to the state of Michigan. If they don't do it, the court will enter an order, which will be enforceable, directing local authorities to pick up that child and make the child available for the local person to go there and get the child and bring the child back. So the court doesn't screw around with this. And if they find that somebody's violating those rules and making one person schlep across the country just to get their custody back, the court will likely order a reimbursement of costs and attorney fees to do that. So they take it very, very seriously. Anyway, that is how out-of-state custody disputes are handled, at least with respect to that example. If you have any questions about your example, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.